Did you know that your Tesla could be hacked? Oh no, what are we going to do? Researchers use a fake charging station Wi-Fi to hack into and steal your Tesla. This comes by way of the Autoblog or autoblog.com. Oh my gosh. This is a terrible scenario. Now these guys, these security researchers put up a video detailing how you can steal a Tesla from a charging station by using a fake Wi-Fi signal. Now, this is classic social engineering, so I know you can't really blame a lot of people except the user, but there's some mitigational steps that you can do. Is that a word, mitigational? There's some steps of mitigation that you can do to kind of make it harder for people to be fooled by these fake sites. So what they did was they created a fake Tesla Wi-Fi network to steal the login info, right? They use a device called a Flipper Zero, which you can get for $169. And it's a controversial tool because people are buying it to do nefarious things where it's supposed to be something you're supposed to use in a closed loop environment to do security research. Much like packet sniffers and stuff, people are using those for nefarious reasons. These flippers are being used for bad things. But in this case, these researchers are basically proving a point to Tesla. They created their own Tesla Guest. That's what the network was called, Tesla Guest Wi-Fi network. And when the victim tries to access the network, they are then taken to a fake Tesla login page, and they steal their username and password and two-factor authentication code. This is two-factor proof as well. And the key is that what they did was that they got the information and they went quickly to Tesla's site and logged in using the same two-factor code before it expired. So this is a time-sensitive thing. You can't just take their login and password and go and do it later. You have to do it right then and there to use the two-factor. But once you've logged in and are authenticated, you can set up a new phone key. That's what these Teslas have, a phone key, and you can do whatever you want after that. The car is yours, and you don't even have to steal the car right there at the charging station. You can just follow the people wherever they're going and then just take the car once they go to bed or whatever. Pretty bad. This is a quote from Tommy Misk, one of the guys. He says, "This means with a leaked email and password, an owner could lose their Tesla vehicle. This is insane. Phishing and social engineering attacks are very common today, especially with the rise of AI technologies, and responsible companies must factor in such risks in their threat models." Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, is that Tesla and everybody else behind this, there's got to be some thought into how we can prevent these social engineering things from happening. Like, as a former QA tester, my brain is like going through all the scenarios and all the things you can do to help mitigate that. I mean, there's certificates, which is probably one of the more obvious things. Just have a security certificate, and people have to pay attention to that certificate. If it says insecure and it doesn't have a certificate on the site, then you're like, okay, this may not be real. Or some other authentication mechanism, or maybe a third factor, not just two-factor, maybe three-factor, that is independent of the website, maybe like an email or something. But it just shows in general that public Wi-Fi is garbage. That's what I was talking about earlier. Just public Wi-Fi in general is just insecure by nature. And if you're doing anything remotely important or even not important and you're using your personal information, just avoid using them on public Wi-Fi. Always do that stuff on your home network. If you're out in the boot and you got your phone, even on the cell network, try not to authenticate and use like personal stuff while you're out there, because that stuff is easy to just capture by hackers. And they don't even need to have one of these Flipper Zeros to get it. It's actually not too hard to do. But this is scary. I mean, if you go to a Tesla charging station, be careful if you use a Wi-Fi station or a public Wi-Fi network, because someone could be harvesting your information. This is like skimmers 2.0. Like when you go to a gas station, you have to inspect the card readers, say, hey, is this thing a skimmer? Are they going to take my card information? Because those are common too. Scary stuff, man. Scary stuff. Check it out over on autoblog.com. They got the details about this particular hack that can take a Tesla based on using a fake Wi-Fi network and taking your credentials and basically owning and creating a new key for your car and just take your car away with their phone. Check it out. They got details over there.